welterweight division, consisting of 5 3-minute rounds. And it is for the vacant GTFP welterweight title. Let's all welcome one more time in the blue corner, fighting out of the fish tank. An amateur record of 3 wins and only 1 loss, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome one more time, Sam Brown! And his opponent in the red corner, fighting out of range martial arts. He's got an MMA record of 10 wins and only 8 losses, Jordon.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Golden Ticket Fight Promotions 21. And we move on to the main card here in Wolverhampton, and we kick things off for the vacant amateur 170 pounds welterweight title. Matchup between Sam Brown in the grey shorts in the blue corner.
Fiery.
And Jordon Little in the black with the white and the red trim in the red corner. Jordon Little comes into this fight with much more experience than his opponent. 10-8 against 3-1. A lot of those fights come this year, actually. Jordon Little, this is his 11th fight of the year.
That's a lot of fights.
That's some good going. That's almost fighting every week.
The IMAFs would have done a lot of that. You get a lot of fights in the IMAF in 1 week.
Absolutely, yeah. And Jordon is an experienced IMAF competitor. He competed at the Worlds back in 2019, the Euros earlier this year. He's also represented his country in the 4 Nations earlier on this year as well. He's been very, very active here, and he's going to close out the year fighting for the vacant title against Sam Brown, coming out of the fish tank.
Hey, beautiful snappy left kick. He's throwing like body kick for body kick.
Yeah, they're just exchanging them at the moment, and I like that from literally through the left hook, sorry, and that didn't land. Oh, gone up high there, did Sam Brown. Fighting out that southpaw stance.
Sam's got a little bit of marking on that right side of his chest there.
Yeah, on the ribs there. Readying them up, and a big overhand right there just comes up short for Jordon Little.
A few times tonight, hasn't it? Catching that kick and then the...
Yeah, it has. It seems to be the theme of the night.
Oy.
Nice work there from Little. Through those strikes and just unsettled his opponent, and then shot him for the takedown, but Sam Brown defends it nicely and reverses the position up against the fence here.
You know, one of Jordan's hobbies is animals. He has a lot of animals.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was speaking to him when I was part of the team in the IMAF in 2019. Very, very passionate. A lot of animals.
I'm sure between looking after his animals then and training in mixed martial arts and competing 11 times in a year, he's a pretty busy guy.
Good balance, right? A beautiful turnaround on the cage.
Yeah, drops down the levels nicely there. That single leg.
Yep. He needs to pull it up but circle at the same time. Ooh.
Sam defending well at the moment, but he's
ankle.
really trying for his takedown, and he's successful with his determination there, eventually picking the ankles away.
You guys are hearing me right now because Jordan's got his Nando's.
Yeah, Jordan just eating a Nando's right next to us.
Not
that we're jealous in the slightest.
You can't be jealous of your skills.
Nice little scramble here from Sam Brown to get out of that position and end up on top.
Yeah, it took his time as well. Like, he didn't rush that.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, with those on the bottom, he was calm and composed and scrambled, got back to the top position just as the round ended. Jordon talking to his corner there with the range martial arts guys, while Sam Brown has made the trip down from the fish tank up in the northeast. Andrew Fisher in his corner.
Jordon looking a little bit more tired than...
yeah, a few heavy breaths actually, and of course with these being the title fights, we're 5 3-minute rounds as opposed to the 3 3-minute rounds, so a little bit more time to work for these guys if they want it. It's interesting to see that Jordon Little, 9 of his 10 wins have come by decision. So I mean, he's not much of a prolific finisher, but you know that if the fight's going the distance, he's obviously very, very well experienced in going the distance, and that gas tank holds well for the duration of the fight. Lovely little snappy kick up the middle there.
Tried it
and then
again.
go for the axe kick there almost.
Illegal in amateur MMA. But they really both got that lengthy leg and those.
Yeah, they've got real good leg dexterity as well. I mean, now just looking at the kick that Sam Brown threw there as well, he's just lifting that leg up with ease. Somebody my age tried to do that, wouldn't be able to walk for a week or two.
He's not that old, guys, I promise. Good. Very lovely position transitions.
Yeah, Sam once again just taking his time and sensing that opportunity and getting back to his feet. It's really fun watching these two scramble actually, because they're both very competent in these clinches and when the fight hits the mat.
Yeah, it's very active as well, so it's exciting rather than seeing that mundane, like, sort of dancing across the cage.
Yeah, there's no real stalling up against the fence or anything like that either, is there? Yeah, good old-fashioned shoulder shrug there from Jordon Little.
Single legs there, just needs to pull it out. Maybe pull it out, go to a body lock. Oh, Jordan's going for the guillotine, but it's being defended. Yeah, oh.
Yeah, you can see, looks like Jordan's trying to tie something up there whenever Sam reaches in for that takedown, but reverses the position nicely. Just gets those double underhooks and reverses the position with ease, and another of those shoulder shrugs from Jordon Little. Technique he picked up in his 18-fight amateur career so far.
I apologise for my silence. Guys, I've got to, like, literally commend it to John that this is a hard job. I'm just watching while he's able to watch and talk about the fight and the situation. It is so much harder than I expected.
I think you're doing a fantastic job, and you provide all the knowledge and insights, and I just do all the waffling.
And the swearing.
And the jokes.
Just ignore those. Oh, footstep.
Yeah, I like that. Sam Brown's looks and gone, well, if you're going to do the shoulder shrugs to me, I'm going to do the old school foot stomps to you. We've seen a lot of this clinch position so far in the second round, reversing the position and back and forth between these two guys. Neither of them really taking the upper hand, but that was a nice knee up the middle there.
Perfect back taken. Sam didn't have the whizzer, so Jordon was able to, like, bump him off and go to the back. But 10
it looks
seconds.
like he's just jumping up for that potential choke there to end the round, and it looks like he's under the neck, but I don't think he's going to have enough time. But that looks tight as well. If there's
time,
a few more seconds left in this round, I think we could have seen a stoppage victory there for Jordon Little. But
oh, the way he fell off, I thought he actually was out for a second.
yeah, but Sam Brown saved by the bell there at the end of this second round.
And I said Jordon was tired, but he came out of that round just as good as the first round.
Yeah, Jordan's got the arms on the shoulders there. His coach just getting some instructions, getting those deep breaths in. It's very grueling, those back and forth clinch exchanges up against the fence. Because like you said, there's no real stalling, there's no time to rest or anything like that. They're constant back and forth, constantly have to be switched on mentally as well for their opponent.
May I mention, if you guys have just tuned in, we're going into round 3 of a potential 5-round fight.
Yeah, fighting for this vacant welterweight title here at Golden Ticket Fight Promotions, and lovely little crescent kick almost as well. They've got a beautiful array of kicks here, Jordon Little. He's showing the whole repertoire, but shin to the chin, it looked like there from Sam Brown, but Jordon Little just ate it. Similar to how Jordan's eating his Nando's next to us right now. Didn't seem to faze him in the slightest, and he's worked for the takedown and looking to wrap up the neck here in a potential guillotine choke.
I would legitimately say this is one of Jordan's best fights. Like, just the match just seems perfect for him. He's able to exchange and look more dominant in the active exchange.
Yeah, and he's used that the threat of that guillotine to work himself into the mount position here up against the fence, but Sam does another good job of getting back to his feet. He's so active off the bottom, is Sam Brown. It is commendable, because I mean it can be disheartening if you keep getting taken down, but he just neither of these guys settle for the position that they find themselves in. They're always looking to gain an advantage.
That shoulder barge is fucking horrible. It's like, I would say worse than the elbow. The elbow slices, but the power behind the shoulder is ridiculous.
Yeah, we saw that in the Conor McGregor-Donald Cerrone fight, where McGregor used those shoulder strikes to good effect.
Was it not Conor McGregor who invented it?
Well, he says he does, but who knows? He's looking for a Kimura here, though, from the bottom is Sam, but it's a very tough submission to pull off the Kimura. It's pretty much all strength. You've got to really...
Jordan's holding on to his bumhole to stop it happening.
Yeah, I think Jordan's got himself out of that position now and steps over the head and stuffing down the head of Sam Brown.
He needs to circle now, but he needs to block the arm.
He's happy just to chip away at the body for the time being.
If Sam could just like pull the knees in and stand up and hustle, but Jordan's got that foot like to stop him doing it. Oh, he sat out.
Yeah, he's looking to
no.
kind of turn there, but he's found himself on the bottom of the full mount position here. Jordan Little in a good position, but again, as we've seen so often throughout this fight, he's active off the bottom, but we saw this at the end of round 2 and almost slid the rear naked choke in there, did Jordan Little, but good job by Sam Brown, squirming his way out of the position.
Jordan's doing a very good job, though, of just getting into a position to the next position. And
yeah, he's just kind of riding him really well, isn't he? Just kind of going with that flow, and he looks like he's got the choke on here, but once again, there's only 10 seconds left in the round.
It's deep. Oh,
let's go of it once again, just to smash him with some left hands to finish the round instead.
We call it our gym when we're teaching the kids at Lions surfing, because you've got to imagine like trying to not just fall off of them, trying to surf the wave.
Absolutely, yeah, and Jordan does a really good job of it, like we just said at the end of that round there. And
what was your favourite thing when you were slightly involved in the mixed martial arts scene?
I can tell you my least favourite thing was the wrestling. That was grim. I was speaking to shout out to Joe Giannetti, tough competitor. I was speaking to him in the week, and he was saying that wrestling is one of the only sports where you can be absolutely dominating your opponent, but you're still shattered, or you could be losing to your opponent and you're still shattered. There's no kind of situation in wrestling where you're never not out of energy. But yeah, I mean, I call myself, my nickname was the Daddy Long Legs. I mean, with these long arms and these long legs.
Were you flexible?
Absolutely not. So rule the jiu-jitsu out. I mean, it's probably the striking. I mean, that's probably what I focused on most in. Probably what I found the most enjoyable. But yeah, I think the less said about my career in mixed martial arts, the better, to be honest. I'm happy to talk about yours and Jordan's instead.
Yeah, it's good to know that the team that they've got here is slightly more experienced in what they see. So I think it's always a good thing.
Absolutely, and we move into this fourth round of this welterweight title fight between Jordon Little and Sam Brown, and start of this fourth round plays out similarly to the previous 3 rounds you've seen in the grappling exchange.
I think Jordan's got a reverse ass.
Oh, out of nowhere!
Jordan, beautiful. I think that was a reverse ass.
I was so busy talking, I genuinely didn't even see the submission go in, and
it was from the back, so he fed up through the back under the armpit and then trapped the arm in.
And Sam was completely out cold there for a few seconds. Great job by the referee there. I mean, I was so busy talking to you, I didn't even notice, to be honest. Sam shot in for the takedown to start that.
His head was really low.
Fourth round, and Jordan did a great job there, snatching up the neck and choking his opponent to sleep. Absolutely fantastic finish. I mean, he's just got real good respect here from Jordan. I mean, he's halting his celebrations to check on his opponent and make sure that he's okay. And I think Sam's asking, like, what the hell did you...
I don't know how long he was out for, you know. because Jordon was probably holding him up because he was holding by the neck.
Well, yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, from the angle we were,
You
couldn't see the choking at all. So came absolutely out of nowhere, but a fantastic victory for Jordon Little, who moves to 11-8. He's successful in his 11th fight of the year, gets a victory, and in the process he wins himself the Golden Ticket Fight Promotions welterweight title. I'm going to go in and speak to Jordon right now, but before that we'll hand it over to our MC in the cage to make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for both of these fighters. The referee stopped this contest at 43 seconds of round number 4. To the winner and the new GTFP Amateur Welterweight Champion, Jordon Little.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by your winner and now welterweight champion, Jordon Little. Jordon, you've had an extremely busy 2022 and you've capped it off now by winning the gold. Just tell us how you're feeling.
Yeah, I'm feeling amazing. I think that activity is the difference. I'm getting experience against all types of fighters. I'm not switching off, maintaining my body weight, going out there and giving it my all. Respect to my opponent, man. His kicks are hard, he fights well. It's just one of those things, I've got the experience and I've got the time in it.
And that finish seemed to come out of nowhere as well, because obviously we saw a lot of grappling and wrestling exchanges through the first 3 rounds, and you shot in for the takedown at the start of the 4th there. Did you feel that that submission was on straight away? Because, I mean, it took us in the commentary booth by surprise. Well, we couldn't see it from the angle we were at, but did you know straight away that you locked that inside?
No, so I was surprised by the takedown. You know, I thought I was dominating it on the ground, to be honest, full control, taking the back and stuff. And when I took the arm through, it was more of trying to escape, and then I just felt the position, and I thought I'd try to squeeze. I saw him like wince, he didn't like it, so I just went harder, tried to move his head away, and next thing I could feel he was out.
Fantastic finish, and just tell us what are your plans now going into 2023. Like you say, you've been super active throughout this year. Are you looking to be as active next year, or are you going to take a bit of a break now over Christmas? What are your plans?
I want to represent England again at the IMAF tournaments and the Worlds. I think this kind of shows why I belong there. I'm lined up on Cage Warriors Academy Wales in March, and then I guess I've got to talk to my coach about what's next. We'll see.
Wonderful, lad. Let's give it up once again, ladies and gentlemen, for your winner and welterweight champion, Mr. Jordon Little.